let's talk about some adaptations of new products that you did. The Vili dog.
Correct, yeah.
So a Vili dog is a sausage wrapped, a Kransky wrapped in pastry.
Yes.
And
Cracked pepper on top, or sesame seed for the light-hearted. And we used to make a chicken one, but I thought I'd make that for women because women prefer white meat, chicken.
Yeah.
And we don't make that anymore. That was one of the things that didn't go as well as I thought it would. And so on, you can't win them all, okay, but I try. Again, understanding the consumer.
Yeah.
But I was the first to ever make them. Now, 95% every bakery in Australia makes a Kransky wrapped in pastry, right? So again, a forerunner. It's nice to be followed. It's also a pain in the butt. You know, I had a customer tell me, Vili, I want them 70 cents cheaper. And I said, I'll buy lots of them. Did you say 7? 7 I can live with. 70 cents, keep buying where you're buying them from. It does not resemble a Kransky because a Kransky costs X. Yep. You see, there's a cost. And you build your margin. If you can't get the margin, don't make it.
This is true.
Right.
How did you come about to make that?
Because Winterlicks, Garibaldi affair happened a few years ago.
Yeah.
And some people died with some poisoning, the food, bacteria. And Winterlicks didn't have a problem, but the whole industry suffered. I approached John Winterlick and said to him, would you make a Kransky for me? I want it straight, not curved. And he said, nah, not interested. And one of his shareholders rang me up a couple of days later and said, Vili, how many do you want? I take 460,000 the first year. And they said, but it's a concept. If I don't believe in it, who the hell will? So if you think that you're going to do something, do it to your maximum capacity and your ability, because you can sell something you believe in. If you don't believe in it, and my marketing team doesn't believe in it, the vibes that you give out to a consumer or to a customer is very strong. So, what's my terminology? My terminology is get people to taste my product.
Yeah.
And 80% like it. Okay, so Vili Dog came about, and within 5 years, just about every bakery, I've driven through small towns and in a bakery and it's got a thing. But the reason I call them Vili Dogs instead of Kranskys, that's going to change again because you can't call them Kranskys soon. Because the name changes, Kransky. It comes from certain country, certain place in Europe.
What are we doing? Eating champagne here?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Similar stuff, yes. It's all coming to the fore. And I'm saying the world has become stupid. You know, we want to think global and they want to think local, just local. But when it comes to things, you've got to think globally. The world is an oyster. It's got smaller. I aim to feed as many people as I can. And maybe not in my lifetime that I'll see that every country in the world will have a pie. But sure as hell we're going to give it a go.
So you're going to give it a crack to do that?
Yeah, and it's not easy. Sometimes export is 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yes.
And you've got to be aware of that. And there was a board in the government here in South Australia once, which I was on, about people who want to export, and we would give them advice. 17 businesses would give them advice. And we tell some people, you haven't got a prayer, don't do it. Or if you're not ready to have some backup cash, you're going to falter. If you start something, be committed, finish it. Even if it's your financial detriment, finish it. It's a lesson in life. It's a lesson in business. Finish it. Or if you start it, or don't start at all, because it can be very expensive.
That's so true.
You look at yourselves, you know, building your own premises, you know, and I saw how large it was. You ever going to fill it?
I hope so. I mean, we jokingly say 50%. We're using 50% of the capacity right now.
That's good though. You're thinking for the future.
Always. Everything we've bought, we've grown out of.
Yeah.
So we just happen to have a fair bit of land next to it, just in case.
Yes.
But, you know, what's Dad's favourite saying is dear today, cheap tomorrow.
Of course.
Cheap today, dear tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah, cheap today and dear tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we might as well have built it. And it is, you know, it'd be great to have you up there actually, so you can get to have a look.
Yeah, one day I'll get up.
We've got a golf buggy which we can take you around.
I cried last time. I had an appointment with a little doctor that day, so I couldn't make it. But Alison went to represent me, my daughter. My daughter is good to run this business. My son, he can sell ice cream Eskimos if he gets his mind to it, right? And so on. So I've got my grandchildren. One's in QA with my food and science technology degree. The other ones did commerce for a year. He didn't like it, too much bookwork. So he decided that he'd go into IT.
Yep.
And so on. So I'm building something for the future, not just for me.
Yeah.
I always believe in family. When the shit hits the fan, who's left? Family.
Yeah.
You know, and I try to. It's maybe an old European tradition.
No, it's true though, isn't it? And the family bond does help, especially when you've got 8 siblings as well.